Why not you join through your mobile phone? Yeah, anyway, in the WhatsApp group, I have sent the link. Just click the link, it will just open up. Yeah, the recording has started. Yeah, go ahead, Bhimarao. What's your first question?
Sir, and my first question, sir, and sir, and this project and these products are not available in Bhubaneswar. Okay, we have contacted some of the vendors,
Uh-huh.
so that these products are not available in Bhubaneswar.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, we want to buy two and systems and from you, sir, and mainly from the Bangalore because we
No,
don't have
wait,
much.
wait a second. Now this is internet world. There is no Bangalore or Bhubaneswar. Amazon.in is accessible everywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So just click on Amazon. No, I will share the link. So
Okay,
they will deliver it in Bhubaneswar.
okay, sir.
So it's very straightforward. And good part is, thankfully, there are no duplicates yet in the market.
Oh, great.
So, okay. So far, whichever I have procured, whether it's from Amazon or any other vendor, so far I have been using Raspberry Pi since last 4 years almost. So far, not even a single piece I got defective. And we have installed about 70 of them, 70.
Okay.
So, and none of them have stopped working. That's another thing which gives us the confidence about this device. Okay, I will send you the link. Don't worry. So,
Okay.
so Amazon, anybody decent, any decent vendor you can choose. Or I will also share what is the common another vendor in Bangalore whom we normally source. You can write to them if they deliver in Bhubaneswar. I don't think they will lose any money as long as you are taking care of the postage.
Okay.
They will deliver it anywhere in India. And I have
Uh,
seen him delivering to Pune, Maharashtra and all. I'm sure he will also be. I don't think it's all Blue Dart. No, Blue Dart will courier anywhere. So not an
um,
Yes.
issue. And
Okay.
also, I will also check with my colleagues in Bhubaneswar what they are doing with any specific vendor they have. So that's an
Wonderful.
easier problem to
Sorry,
solve,
Prince, I
right?
just had an additional question to Bhima Rao's.
Mhm.
When we order it online, you will get just the Pi, the Raspberry Pi that you demoed, you showed us the other day. What about the ancillary material, equipment that would be required? All the cabling,
Yeah, let
the
me
cable.
tell you in order to help you out. You
Hmm.
will need a monitor. If you already have it, you can reuse any monitor you have, whether it is a TV you have, regular TV, which you normally use, black and white TV, or any monitor you can hook up. Okay,
Okay.
that's a good part. If you want to source it anyway, it's available on Amazon. I can share what is in the budget which you are looking for. Otherwise, you can even source the used monitors which are available in the market, which are available at very low price. Usually, monitors will have pretty long life, unlike CPUs. So
Okay.
or you can request any of the donors. I can also request my colleagues. We have a big campus in Bhubaneswar. If anybody
Okay.
is upgrading their TV, they can look at donating it. If they are upgrading their computer, they can look at donating it. This for all the social cause, right? So you can
Yeah.
explore all the budget options first before investing, because that's what even we do whenever we set up a lab in any school. We have done it in some about 20 schools. So each one has its own story. And another thing is, don't look at only Raspberry Pi as a magical device. If you have any computer, we can bring it to the life. Okay, do let us know. For example, Purna had come to us in one of the schools in Sarjapur Road. Purna, I remember. There, all the
Do.
computers were donated already by somebody. They had just kept it aside thinking hard disk has crashed. Then we were able to bring it to life just through USB stick. USB sticks are available even for 300, 400 rupees. You don't need hard disk to boot. Okay, you can use Linux. You can directly work through USB. Okay,
Okay.
look at that possibility as well. If you already have some computers which you feel that they are not working, you can try it out. We will tell you. It's very simple and straightforward, thanks to the open source world. Okay, you can even explore
So,
that. And good part
would
is,
you be would you be connecting then the Raspberry Pi with the existing broken computer?
no, if you have Raspberry Pi, you don't need a computer.
Okay.
It is a computer by itself.
Mhm.
So I'm just giving options. If you already, I'm sure, because most of the schools, NGOs already have some sort of digital equipment. Okay, explore bringing it to life. Good part is even you can install Raspbian OS on a regular computer as well. It's available even for the Intel. So advantage is you will get all the best parts of Raspberry Pi also, because Raspberry Pi comes with a lot of very useful content, which is same is available as an open source OS, which you can install on regular Intel computer as well. Okay, so it's a very interesting journey. So yeah, you can choose depending on your need. I will help you out in that. Okay, you also had a question about which model, whether Raspberry Pi 3 or 4 to use, whether you can use Microsoft Office on Raspberry Pi, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Raspberry Pi 4, I would recommend if you, I'm not, can we spend some time? Is there any specific need why you want only Microsoft Office? Can you leverage OpenOffice? We call LibreOffice. It is freeware. It comes free with Linux. It comes free with Raspberry Pi OS. So you need not have to pay any license fee to Microsoft, because Microsoft Office you need to purchase.
Okay.
So is there any specific need why you need only Microsoft Office? Because LibreOffice also can open up Office documents, Word document, PowerPoint document, Excel document, you can open it. And you can also save the document which you create on Linux into the Word format, the Microsoft format.
Okay.
So my suggestion is, if you don't have any specific need where you are extensively dependent on Microsoft Office format, I encourage you to explore this OpenOffice, because it reduces the cost drastically, right? Because it's free. And on Linux anyway, there is no virus. If you more and more you dependent on Microsoft and Office, more menace will be there in terms of virus, and you have to keep updating the antivirus signatures. Otherwise, some virus, if not today, at least after 15 days or a couple of months, you will get impacted. And it is totally unproductive to start figuring out how to resolve this virus issue. And we have seen in 90% of the schools where we have donated computers, okay, they are actually infected with virus, because there is absolutely no awareness with teachers on, even though they are aware, they give the reason that they cannot afford for buying an antivirus. They think it's an optional thing. Unfortunately, it's not no longer an optional thing. It's a mandatory, like how we get vaccinated. Antivirus is mandatory if you are using Windows machine. I feel, in my experience, infrastructure is a easy things to fix. Okay, once you have the good infrastructure, then what? Because unfortunately, now this corona virus has leveled the world, leveled the field for everybody, right? And all of us imagine if you have not exercised in your life last 30 years, tomorrow onwards I will say every day 1 hour you have to go to gym. Okay, if I tell all of you, how many of you will do it, right? You will see an excuse. Is it 1 hour? Can I do for half an hour? Can I do for 20 minutes? Like that, everybody will start looking for excuses. The same thing has happened now. Now everybody has to go and learn online. What do they want to learn, right? It's easy to escape telling, blaming network issue, bandwidth issue. I don't have smartphone, right? I don't have content. I don't have experience. You can give hundreds of reasons. But now it has given us an opportunity. Good part is it also opens up a lot of possibilities, which we covered in last couple of weeks, a couple of sessions with the teachers in the same session. With how can you do, for example, if there are 60 students attending, how do you measure all 60 of them are learning equally, or who is learning fast, who is learning slow, and how do you identify who are lagging? Because anyway, who are the smart folks who are leading, who are learning fast, you need not to worry. They will pick it up on their own. The problem will come only when you have the laggards. Even in any class, we have seen, even if you take randomly, only about 30-35% will be the leaders who can pick it up on their own, who can pick it up as you suggest. Remaining of them definitely will need your support, or they might not be understanding what you're talking. Then these online tools will help with data to figure out who is lagging. Okay, and these are good part is most of the things are available free of cost, and they are very easy to learn and very easy to use. So we can help you in learning that and start using that. Very simple tool which we introduced to the teachers in the last session was this poll everywhere, where it is very much similar to the audience poll which we see in Kaun Banega Crorepati. Imagine if I tell, for example, after running half an hour of session, if I pose simple 5 questions, the response which I get from the audience, that itself is a clear indication. If most of the audience give me correct answer, then your teaching has been effective. If 60% or 50% have told answered incorrectly, that means we need to either revise it or change the strategy or change something else. Okay, then good part is these tools also will give you individual responses. Then you can figure out if this person, despite me repeating it, if that person consistently is giving incorrect answer, then those are the children whom you can again give additional coaching. So like this, with data, these tools will help you to take your learning interventions to the next level. You can ask question. I've been talking.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Heli madam.
I tried to take this activity in my class, but I unable to share the link to the students for poll everywhere. I didn't get how to share that.
Sure. Anyway, I can quickly demonstrate today so that all now today I see how many. Yeah, 16 of us are there. So 16 of us can get into a very simple quiz. Okay, then you can ask any question. Okay, so yeah, let me finish all other questions. Then we will come to the demonstration of the tool and the platform. One very simple thing, if any issue, if usually it will happen is the bandwidth issue. How quickly you can identify your bandwidth is another trick, another quick solution. What I meant is, how do you measure your bandwidth? Any what do you do, Bimala? How do you measure your internet speed?
Mbps or kbps, sir?
Yeah,
in how many billion per second?
It's in Mbps. How do you measure? And also, how do you help your students to measure? Because nowadays, anyway, everybody have to join from their home, right? Okay. Thankfully, Netflix has given us a very simple tool. All you have to type, go open your any browser, whether you are using a mobile phone or a computer, laptop, does not matter. It works in all platforms. Just type fast.com. Let me just give it on my chat window. Just type this fast.com. You can even try it. So let me also try while I'm sharing.
Oh, yes, sir. I have 4.1 Mbps.
Yeah, once again, let me share. Yeah, anyway, you can also, all of you can also check how much speed you are getting. Okay, let me just share my screen so that you also know what I'm meaning. Yeah, if you see, this is the site fast.com. So I am getting 95 Mbps. This is a very, very decent speed, and I can do, that's the reason my video and audio are coming without any problem. Okay, so in our experience, Okay, you need minimum 10 Mbps speed for any decent video and audio screen share if they want to see your screen, what you are sharing, and to hear what you are talking. Okay, this anybody can use across the world, and it works in all platform, whether it's a smartphone or whether it is a computer. So this is the first thing you have to educate your children, whether you are your participants, so that they know how to immediately find out what is the bandwidth issue, what is the issue, why they are not able to see or hear you, or if there is any jarring. Okay, then most of these online tools, for example, the Google Meet, for example, what we are using today. So it will work on a browser only on a laptop, but on mobile phone or a tablet, you need the app. So they need to install Google Meet app. Okay, that is the same case whether you are using Microsoft Teams or Zoom or anything. If you are using a tablet or a mobile, they expect you to install the app. And so you have to tell your students beforehand that they have to be installed and be ready. And just half an hour ago, Sharda ma'am also called me telling there is another tool called whiteboarding tool from Google. It's called Google Jamboard.
Yes,
And Jamboard, again, it needs an app if you are using a mobile phone. So they have to install the mobile phone. And when you send the link, then they can also actively participate in the Jamboard, and we can also collaboratively doodle and collaboratively create a mind map. Or they can show their creativity if they are designing a poster or a sticky note or a text, or they can even write a caricature. So a lot of interesting things are there. Okay, now you can ask any question, then I will demonstrate these tools which I just mentioned. Any questions, Bhimara? You're muted. You have to unmute.
Sir, no questions, sir.
Okay, anybody else has any question? Tara, are you able to unmute yourself now? Okay. Yeah. Anybody else has any questions?
yes, sir. I have asked one question.
Yeah, Neeraj, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Actually, we have laptops. So why we are going to that particular Raspberry Pi?
You
We
don't
can
have to
focus
go.
on that.
Yeah, you don't have to go for it. You don't have to go for it. You can continue to use the laptop.
Okay, okay, sir. So I'm asking about that question. Actually, we are focusing on the programming of Scratch and Python. And
Yeah.
we will use customize with the Windows operating system also. Why so we are going further for Raspberry Pi? So I'm asking about that question.
Yeah. Good part is if you are comfortable with the laptop, you already have it, don't change it. There's a saying, right? If it is not broken, don't fix it. So that
Okay,
means
okay,
you are
sir.
comfortable
And
with the
one
platform.
question is also, sir. Yeah, Kiran sir, one question is also, there is a lots of online text editor and programming where we can access our program result. In Raspberry Pi, it is possible or not?
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah.
No, if you ask me
Okay.
specific question, I can answer or demonstrate. I am also booted and I have connected a Raspberry Pi. I can show it directly on Raspberry Pi.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Will you please give me some codings of Python, if it is possible on that?
Yeah, I can do it. But anyway, if you are not planning to use Raspberry Pi, don't worry. I can show it on Windows itself.
No, sir. Actually, I have that particular Windows or something, but we want to purchase about that Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
But we are thinking about that if the possible to code for the student in Raspberry Pi. then I could take I will see a demonstration of that particular Python.
Yeah, I will quickly show it. I will not elaborate it too much today because of the audience is different. But every day tomorrow, every Sunday, we do full-fledged coding session for the kids. Please join
Thank you,
us
sir.
tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. But today, anyway, I will give you a demo. But tomorrow we will do an elaborate session where the kids are coding on Raspberry Pi, on Python, and they are also using another very interesting app called Sonic Pi, where they are composing music. Okay, it's really amazing how quickly they can compose this music, and the quality is not kiddish. It's really in line with how experts do it, either on piano or guitar, because since it's a digital music, so they can use any of the synths and they can produce. You can see how high school students here are not necessarily they are from the elite schools. They are from the government schools. They are from the poor background. They are able to quickly learn within a week, and they are composing. They will start with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Immediately they will get on to any of their favorite songs. Okay, just last week we saw a demo where one girl from Vijaya High School here in Bangalore, she composed Hum Honge Kamyab, that Hindi popular song. Okay, then she is playing on Raspberry Pi. Then another girl composed as if she's playing in a piano our national anthem. It's really amazing the quality of the sound, because most of these kids are already learning music. That basic knowledge about music, whether they are learning guitar or veena or harmonium or keyboard, does not matter. Which they can bring that knowledge and quickly understand how to code, and they can do it. This is the power of the platform. And it is not necessarily about Raspberry Pi. Good part is these softwares, what I'm mentioning, it's available on Windows also. That means if you are continuing to use your laptop, I'll show you how to use, whether it's Python or Scratch, animations or music on your Windows as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyway, let me quickly start so that you can also ask some question.
Sir, I have some questions about Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Sir, how to install other apps on Raspberry Pi?
Which app you want to install?
Yes, sir. I want to update the Sonic Pi and install Chrome.
Chrome is already there, no? Let me bring in Raspberry Pi.
No,
So wait, hold on. Let me bring in. Hold on, Ganesh.
Okay.
Kiran, I just want to know if I'm connected.
Very much, Tara.
Oh,
Thanks.
great. I got my voice back. Thanks.
Quickly, you want to introduce yourself?
No. I think I know most of the people. I think I know most of the people, so this can wait. And you're doing an interesting session. I think you should carry on. Yeah,
no
I'm
problem.
here. I'm here very much here.
Okay.
And if I have questions, I'll come in.
Yeah, thanks, Vaishali. I saw you also joined. Vaishali, are you able to hear me? Vaishali? Yeah. Ganesh, are you able to see my Raspberry Pi screen? I have started sharing.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So for the benefit of everybody, what you are seeing, this is not from my laptop. This is another device which I have connected. Okay, let me stop sharing and show the device first. Okay. So wherever you are seeing my photo, are you able to see this device in my hand?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, this black color device, this is a full-fledged computer, by the way. It has 8 GB RAM. Okay, now you will be amazed. You saw 80 Mbps speed on my laptop. I will just run fast.com on this device and see how much speed this is giving me. Good part is this does not have any moving part. This has solid state memory, both RAM and the SD card memory which has. And look at why this is so fast, you will understand. Now let me share. Okay, there nothing much I can show beyond that. I can just open the cover and also show you what's inside. Let me do that once I finish the demo of the software. Okay, you have to trust me when I say I'm actually logged on to that. Okay, so let me just share the screen. Yeah, this screen, what you're seeing, the laser lights emanating from these towers in Singapore. This is just the desktop screen image which I have used on Raspberry Pi. Look at the menu. It looks exactly like, mostly like what you are used to. And this is Linux OS. Okay. And to answer Ganesh question, he was asking Chrome. It has the open source version of the Chrome, which is Chromium. Now let me open that Chromium browser. So this comes, you can see new tab Chromium. Ganesh, this Chrome already exists. You cannot install the Windows version or the Apple version of the Chrome here. So this is what they have made it work here. And this has most of the functionalities which we need. So you need not have to worry. Now let me just fire fast.com on my Raspberry Pi and see the speed which I will get.
Wow.
This is directly showing on Raspberry Pi.
Unable to see the screen, sir. Maybe the bandwidth problem.
Yeah, it's a bandwidth. So Bhima Rao, you can see my screen, right? Where it is showing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is 66 Mbps.
Yeah, if you click on show more info, it will also show my upload speed as well. So this 64 Mbps which you just saw is my download speed. Anyway, most of it, if you are consuming content, you will be downloading. If you are, for example, now I am talking and sharing my screen, there it goes into the upload bandwidth. Yeah, in this case, it seems to be both are same. So it depends on your need. If your students are only consuming for download, then download speed is good enough. So this will also help you to benchmark which service provider is doing a good job. Here I am using ACT FiberNet. That's why it's quite decent. Instead, if I use my mobile phone, the speed will come to around 16 Mbps, 16.
Okay.
So again, with mobile phone, if you are using Wi-Fi, etc., it depends on if you are sitting in a concrete room, then the speed will come down further. So all these factors will vary depending on where you are sitting, if you are using wireless or Wi-Fi. So as much as possible, if you can afford, please go for wired broadband link. It will give you the consistent, reliable speed. Even if I am using for 64, actually I have connected my Raspberry Pi, you see, through an Ethernet cable. Okay, the cable here. This is my network cable. That's why it is giving me the speed. If I remove this, then it comes through Wi-Fi. Then Wi-Fi will drastically, again, it will reduce. If not 64, at least it will reduce to about 40, 45. And my voice will go up and down depending on the bandwidth availability. So as much as possible, if you can afford, please go for the wired bandwidth, especially if you are a teacher and if you are taking a session. I strongly recommend you go for the wired connection. Don't rely on Wi-Fi router, however good it is, however advertisement they do. Wi-Fi router, even it is still, it has to catch up. It is not just in India. Even I have my colleagues joining in from US through Wi-Fi or through that Apple tablet. Everybody is having the issue. Okay. So yeah, the basic recommendation is go for wired bandwidth broadband connection. Yeah, now let me quickly show you what are the options available. You wanted, Neeraj, you wanted Python programming. Look at how you can do Python in Raspberry Pi. So there is an editor called this Thonny Python. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let
Yes,
me
sir.
just create one very simple a new program. So for any programming, we will just start with print hello
Yes.
world. In this case, I will say print hello Neeraj. That's it. Your first programming is done. All you need to do is save
Yeah.
this code and run it. Now I will just say sample 1.py. Let me just save it. Okay, now if I click run, wherever you are seeing these three greater than symbol, you will see the output. It will print hello Neeraj.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it has run successfully. Now look at the advantage of Python. Instead of this text, if I give print 2 into 3, now see what happens. I have to just save it every time and just run it. See, it can do maths also. Now let me just show you the power of computer. In your in your calculator, you cannot do such a big number. Here, there is no such limit.
Yes, sir. I know.
Okay, this is the power of computer. Now look at it. Within a fraction of a second, it did it. And this is offline. It did not go to internet, by the way. This is directly done by Raspberry Pi locally. Now let me show you, go to internet and show you how to do the same thing on internet. There is a site called W3 Schools. Just go to W3 Schools.
Yes,
Have used, right?
yes, sir. w3schools.com.
Yeah, then just type Python. It will directly go to Python. Or you can give the full address, https://w3schools.com. Yeah, so look at it. This you would have seen exactly same thing working on Windows. Now I'm showing this is working on Linux on Raspberry Pi. Now let's go to the hello world. This is directly working on internet. Right now I will just again replace this with hello Ganesh. That's it. It will run immediately. On the right side, you will see hello Ganesh coming up. Okay, so as simple as this, Neeraj. Now you can ask any question.
Yeah.
This is how you can run on Python on Raspberry Pi.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I've installed Raspberry Pi on Windows. It is showing select OS. After I select the OS, it asks for SD card.
No, hold on. Raspberry Pi, you cannot. Raspberry Pi is a hardware, madam.
Okay.
So you cannot.
Could not be downloaded on that.
No, you. Anyway, so I don't know what you are attempting. If you have, then if you want to use Raspberry Pi, you don't need Windows. You can directly take this device and start running like how I am doing.
Okay. Is there any on Windows platform we can practice Python, sir? Like which is the
Yeah,
best?
same thing. Whatever site I told. No, let me just ping you this site. This works on Windows also. So let me just give you this on the chat window of this one Meet, which you are currently on. Yeah, I have pinged in the chat window. Just click that. It works in all platform. It works on your mobile phone also, not necessarily on laptop. It works everywhere. That's the beauty of internet.
So, if I want to do programming, that's okay. But we want to see like if the like want to create a website and all using Python. So how to do? I'm like you need one editor, no, sir, in your computer, like a software.
It's already there, no? This whatever I showed you on Raspberry Pi. Let me go back to Raspberry Pi. Yeah, whatever this Thorny Python, no, this is the editor on Raspberry Pi. So you don't on this one on Windows, you can use even TextPad, Notepad, or if you want advanced editor, you have got Visual Studio, which is again free. That's also open source.
Kiran, Notepad++ is really excellent because you can choose the language and then it auto completes, for that language.
True.
It's a wonderful editor and it's free.
Yeah. Sharda ma'am, it gets very involved. Anyway, why not you encourage your students to join our tomorrow's class, 11 o'clock, where we can demonstrate anything. We can even show you, for example, the other question you asked, installing Raspbian OS on Windows, we can show you. Not on Windows. Basically, Windows is a OS. Raspbian is a OS. We can actually, instead of Windows, we can install Raspbian OS, which will look exactly like Raspberry Pi. But it will be running on your laptop. And if you want to get the look and feel, you not necessarily have to replace your Windows. You can install it on a USB stick and you can boot it using USB. If you want to get that same experience, I can send the instruction and help you to do it if you want to do it. Will it help, madam? Sharda, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Neeraj or Bhima Rao, you can ask next question. I just showed you Raspberry Pi. I just showed you how to use Python and browser on Raspberry Pi. Any further questions?
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah, Ganesh?
Sir, how can we update our apps? Like my Sonic Pi is up to date. I want to update it.
Yeah, I will
It's not
show it
working.
tomorrow because today's most of the audience are teachers. Since they don't know that needs a Linux command which you need to fire. So I will show it to you tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, sir.
For everybody's information, Ganesh, is it possible to switch on your video? Ganesh is a very smart student. He is in 8th standard and he is in Pune. Okay. He got hold of Raspberry Pi only last week. Some of our friends helped him. Basically, we collected, raised some funds and we donated that. We presented that Raspberry Pi to him. Just by looking at internet and also through messaging us on WhatsApp, he has set up Raspberry Pi all alone. 8th standard student, all alone. He's not, his father does not know computers, his mother does not know. He is on his own. And now look at the question he's asking. He wants to add more apps. Right? Look at the excitement. Look at what he's trying. Yesterday morning, I was chatting with him on WhatsApp and helping him with firing Linux commands. Basically, he wanted to get the audio on his headphone instead of monitor. It was by default, it was going to monitor. So it took about an hour, but it was worth it. Okay. Now it's an inspiration story. I recorded the entire chat and I have shared with other students so that now look at it. I am about 900 kilometers away from him. I need not have to be physically there. If I can do with Ganesh, I can do with 100 others who are anywhere across the globe. Okay. And then he need not have to know what is Linux. It's too early for him at his age to understand what is Linux and what is this operating system commands. But at least he can appreciate and he can just follow the instructions. Finally, he wants to use it. He's a user of the applications as of now. Okay. And he has also composed a music and shared with me. I will just play it in a bit.
Sir, can I play it on my computer?
Wonderful, man. Go ahead.
Ganesh, camera on kar tuza.
Ganesh, is it possible to switch on your camera? Yeah, Ganesh, we can see you. Even though there's a bit dark, you can turn your face towards the light. We see light behind you. Yeah, that's better. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead and share and let's listen to your music.
He's on mute.
Ganesh, you're on mute.
1 minute, sir. I'm trying to connect in my computer.
No problem. So while you do, Vaishali, can you briefly tell us, briefly introduce yourself and tell us about the initiative which you would like to excite these children and teachers on?
Sure.
And let me briefly tell you who you are. Vaishali is my
sure.
good friend, and we used to work together. She was with Infosys, I think about almost 10, 15 years ago, right? When did you leave?
2003, Kiran.
Okay, yeah, 17 years back.
Yeah.
But we worked before that quite some time. We were together, and later also we continued to be in touch. And currently, she runs a magazine. She's an editor, and she also works with a lot of students. She helps and a lot of teachers, and that's why she is connected with us. And today she is going to tell us another interesting initiative which will help all of us to excite the children. Yeah, over to you, Vaishali.
Oh, thanks, Kiran. So I'll just take a few minutes. I'm sure everybody's waiting to hear Ganesh's music, and so am I. But I don't know if many of you have seen CS Pathshala. CS Pathshala was set up mainly to, develop computational, that is problem-solving thinking in children, in school children, this right from kindergarten to 12th. So they, in fact, created a full curriculum, which is very different from the regular ICT curriculum that you see in schools, where they teach you file system commands and so on and so forth. The focus was to develop the principles of computational thinking, like how to break a big problem into small pieces, how to recognize the pattern in a problem, and then how to generalize that solution and how to create an algorithm to solve similar problems. This was the aim. Connected with this, they started in 2018 BEBRAS India. BEBRAS is actually an international competition for computational thinking. And I think the first one was in 2004 or something. It originated in a small country called Lithuania. And now 2018, BEBRAS India started. So every country can run this competition locally. So what is this competition about? It's for school children. They are given, there will be a set of BEBRAS tasks. All the tasks are like really fun. They're very engaging tasks, but they all have underlying problem-solving intention. So the child can take up the tasks which are for his age group, and they are in 3 difficulty levels, like easy, medium, and very difficult, and try to solve as many problems as he or she can in the allotted time. According to that, they are given a score. So there is no mega prize or anything for this, but last year, like 1.78 lakh children participated, including a set of tribals from Andhra. So those kids also participated. All it needs is the support of a teacher who will agree to be there to conduct this contest. And this year we are going to, I think, have it in Jan, because usually it is November 2nd week, but because of COVID, it has been postponed to January 2021. So I would very much like those schools who are interested and those teachers who would like to implement BEBRAS to get in touch with me or Kiran and let us know. We can register your school for this time's competition. And the children love it. They enjoy solving the problems. And you can, in fact, use this kind of thing throughout the year in your curriculum also. So if you visit the website bebras.in, which Kiran is showing, you can actually download last year's problems, 2018 and 2019. You can take a look at what type of problems are there, just to get an idea. So I really hope you all can pull the children in for this time's run of BEBRAS. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, or if not in this session, maybe the next session.
Yeah, in order to motivate more children, me and Vaishali and a couple of our friends are translating this into Kannada as well. Very soon we'll pull somebody who can translate into, I don't know if it's already available in Hindi or Marathi.
Marathi is already available. Yeah,
Wonderful.
Marathi school children are participating. So we can just send them the information if more schools want to register. They will see the problems in Marathi.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the power of networking. So it's easy for us to basically excite them in their local language, and we can give them a platform. And scaling is absolutely no issue. Anybody and everybody can come in. So, and it's absolutely free of cost.
Yeah, it's absolutely free of cost. It's very simple to participate basically, but you need some device. I mean, you need because it's done online. The test is done online.
A
And it's a
smartphone will do, right?
Oh yes, more than enough. Smartphone will do. And basically it's like multiple choice, but they are very engaging problems.
Okay.
So
thanks, Vaishali.
Yeah, thank you, Kiran. I'll look forward to hear from some of the teachers. And we can maybe in one of the sessions, we could share some of the earlier tasks just to see if the kids can crack them, anytime. I mean, any one of the sessions. Yeah.
Excuse me, Vaishali, can you give your number so that I can be in touch with you?
Oh yes, why not?
She's in our group, Sharda madam.
Yeah.
Vaishali K.
Yeah, Vaishali. You'll see my
she's
name
in the
and
same
group.
teachers group only. You can just message her.
No problem.
Anytime, any question you can. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Kiran. Thank you.
Thanks, Vaishali.
Right.
Yeah, Ganesh, if you are ready, you can go ahead. Otherwise, I will demo other music composed by other students. Ganesh, are you there? So while Ganesh comes up, let me just share other music composed by other students. Okay, this is the app which is called Sonic Pi, which is available on all platforms again. It comes by default installed on Raspberry Pi. On Windows, you can install it. I can share the instructions how to install it. Let me just play it. Let me see if you can listen to it. Is it audible?
Yeah.
Can you guess which song is this?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Wonderful. Thank you. Now let me play some complicated music. Yeah, this is what we start like Hello World. This is very simple to follow. Just to let you know, each of these, let's say play C, it's as good as pressing the key called C on piano or keyboard. Play G is pressing the key called G. And sleep is the amount of pause you give in between keys. That's it. Okay, this is a very simple way, easy to follow if they know how to play any instrument. And you can choose either the speed, the tempo, or the synth, or the instrument which they use. For example, now let me play one a bit complicated one. Look at this. So, were you able to hear? Yes. Okay, now, yeah, you saw there was a drum being played, yes, right? And I don't have any drums here, right? It is just, and the quality of the music is exactly the same even if you play on Raspberry Pi, this Wonder device, this $25 device, okay, or 3,000 rupees device. And look at it, this will level the field irrespective whether it's Ganesh in Pune, or we have another bright student here who just started his journey with Raspberry Pi 1 week back. His name is Chirantan. Okay, whether it is them or whether it is me who is working in Infosys, both of us can get access to these best instruments in the world, depending on my imagination. So absolutely, my imagination is only the limit. Now let's look at some of the Beethoven music. Yeah, this Farrell is by Beethoven. Look at it, how close it comes, or you cannot even differentiate who is playing. So like this, if they are interested, again, your imagination is the only limit. So they can compose any music with using any synth. Interestingly, we can also teach through this Python. How cool it is. And this we are starting even from 3rd standard. Okay, they may not play Beethoven in 3rd standard, but by the time they come to high school, they can easily do this. And imagine what will happen when they graduate if we start them as early as in 3rd standard, right? More and more Beethovens will emerge.
Yes.
And look at how it is leveling the field. This was created by one of the professors in Harvard. I think one of the universities in UK where the Raspberry Pi was developed. I don't know whether it's, let me get the university name. Okay. They created this music application so that they didn't want to force anybody. They want students to come asking for it. So that's why both Scratch Animation, which is created by MIT, that's also loaded by default on Raspberry Pi. It comes along with the OS. And the PhET Animation, which is by Colorado University. It is basically they animate science and maths concepts through just plain HTML. That will also seamlessly work on Raspberry Pi. And we can load it offline. They don't need internet connection. All of them will work offline mode. They don't students need not have to have internet connection. They can come only for our online sessions using the smartphone, using internet, but rest of the time, wherever they are, they can continue to learn. Okay, so I can go on and on. Probably if I tell more, it might be overwhelming. Probably in the next session, I will also tell you how powerful is this device even for very advanced technology learning, which we are using even in our organization, in Infosys. Whether it is machine learning, whether it is computer vision, we are using Raspberry Pi to experiment first. Because this is a device which is cost as low as whether it is $25 or maximum $50, depending on if you go for a slightly higher model. And you can afford to reinstall, break the software anytime you want, because reinstalling the OS takes hardly half an hour. Whereas in laptop, if you do it, it will unnecessarily, you will lose the productivity. Whereas if you do it here, you need not have to be afraid that you are breaking the computer. Right? Anyway, by pressing any keyboard or programming, there's no way you can damage the hardware. Hardware will not be impacted. Only software might get impacted if you do OS level coding. Then software can anytime be reinstalled anytime. Absolutely, there's no wear and tear.
Also, can I share my screen now?
Go ahead, Ganesh.
Okay, sir. Just 1 second.
Take your time, no hurry.
So, can you see my screen?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, now it is coming up. It went away.
No, sir. My network was very slow.
No problem. Is it possible to WhatsApp what you want to show so that I can? Or shall I play yesterday's video which you had shared?
Sir. 1 minute, sir. I will send audio of it.
No problem.
Okay.
Wow. Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are able to hear very clearly. How long it took for you to do this?
No, sir. I first see the video of tutorial and then some of it I make it on.
Yeah, how long it took? Is it 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 2 days?
So like half hour.
Wonderful. Now you can teach other kids, right? Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Nice one.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. So, Sharda madam, you must be feeling very proud, him being your student.
Yes, sir. I'm very proud of him always. But now I'm proud of you also because you guide him.
Anyway, I just showed him the way. He picked it up, right? I find like the saying, no? We can take horse to the water, finally it has to drink. So immediately picked up and he's showing his creativity. Now, good part is he's going to excite more and more children tomorrow. Tomorrow we are expecting about 100 students to join. So look at what will how the impact will be if he goes and demonstrates that in tomorrow's session. And just 2 days back, I was invited for an award ceremony in one of the private schools here in Bangalore, where I don't know how many of you are aware, we have our central Ministry of HRD is implementing a scheme called through Niti Aayog. It's called Atal Tinkering Labs. Okay, it's experiential learning. It's a startup called Tinkerly, which is implementing, and they are doing excellent work, whether it is programming or whether it's robots or whether it is self-driving cars, etc. And this school is one of the schools which has this ATL, Atal Tinkering Lab, and they are supporting about 4 or 5 schools around. And they had invited about 20 schools for a hackathon where the students were creating the applications. Various applications are programming, and it was then they had they ran a competition, and they had selected few of them who were very good, and they awarded them. So when I told them about this, what we are doing on Sunday, all of them would like to come and join this. They were really excited about what we are seeing. I just gave an example of like same examples I showed how we are using Raspberry Pi and how we are composing music. Now look at this, those private school students are yet to lay their hands on Raspberry Pi. And now we are leveling the field with people like Ganesh and Chirantan, and they will lead the show. Right? This is the power of technology, and this is the power of their basically their focus and the interest and their determination to do something, to learn something. Okay. Thanks, Ganesh, for inspiring us and going to inspire many of the other students as well.
Thank you, sir.
And Ganesh is learning in Marathi medium and English. Yeah, good that he's picking up English. There is no compulsion.
Government school student.
Government school. So yeah, it's amazing. Thanks to my friends in Pune, we have basically our volunteers. We come together. We wanted to give back to the society. So it's easy for us to network and connect. That's how I got connected to Sharda madam and her students as well. Ganesh is one of them. About 10 of her students are coming. Today we did not invite students. Otherwise it will be overwhelming for them, or there will be too many questions they'll be asking. Then I cannot say no, not to ask question. So all the students will join us tomorrow, 11 o'clock. So this is what I had planned to introduce today. Otherwise it will be overwhelming if I go on and on. So feel free to ask any questions. Those of you who are silently observing and watching.
So my question
Sir, as same as Scratch, no, sir? There also it is. Sonic Pi and Scratch, but it is for music, like?
No, Scratch is for creating animations. Even though you can create music in Scratch, but predominantly we use it to demonstrate any concepts. whether in Scratch, advantages you can even demonstrate very different things, whether it is physics, chemistry, or even grammar. We teach phonetics. Tara and her sister Prema, they are creating animations in Scratch to teach phonetics. Okay, that's really a very, very interesting subject. And if anyway, we will introduce.
Yeah, what we can do is we can have one session maybe on that, and then it'll be kind of, everybody will know what it is actually, and they can also improvise on it and continue with that. How would that be? Yes.
Excellent. Yeah. That's true.
We'll slate it for the next week or the week after. I mean, depending on what agenda we have.
Sure, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have to introduce. These are the all building blocks of any teaching.
Right.
Okay, and none of them is prescriptive. Yes. We are not actually prescribing or telling that you have to follow this curriculum. We will just show the way.
Yeah.
You can go and use these tools and techniques to teach whatever you want to teach. You want to teach Marathi, you can pick this up.
Exactly. Yeah, sky is the limit, really. It's up to your imagination and how you want to take it from there.
Yeah, we can spend another 10-15 minutes. If you have any questions, we can discuss.
Sir, that poll everywhere, how to do activity on that and how to share the screen, link to the students.
On which one?
Poll everywhere.
Poll everywhere. Let me just quickly show what she's asking. Poll everywhere is a Chrome extension which works with the Google Docs. Okay, let me just quickly bring in Google Docs. Let me share my screen. It works with the slides. Okay, let me just bring in. So, Sharda madam, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So now I am showing the poll everywhere. It's already installed. That's why you are seeing this menu called poll everywhere. And here I have inserted one a survey where I'm asking. I will just launch this and just give you the link which you can use, which Sharda madam is asking. Okay. So now let me just go to the slideshow mode. Yeah. So on the top, Sharda madam, you are seeing the link pollev.com/samarpanblr 803. That is the link which you need to send it to your students.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, can those of you who can access just type this? I will also type it in the window of the comment chat window of the Google Meet, just so that you can directly click on that. pollev.com/Samarpan BLR. Samarpan BLR 803 is just the email ID which I used. That's why it is just suffixing with that. pollev.com is the service provider who is giving this functionality. As of now, they are giving it free of cost. Okay, just click this link on your browser. You should be able to go and respond to the survey. Just why not you try it out, so that it will immediately your survey, whatever response you are giving, I should be able to see it on the screen which I am sharing now. For example, now I went to that site and clicked on Google Meet. Look at it. Immediately it refreshed with Google Meet test 50%. Can one of you try? Tara, are you able to access it?
Yeah. And I'm trying.
Yeah, somebody clicked on Zoom. Somebody again on Google Meet. Yeah, this is like a Kaun Banega Crorepati audience poll, right? Look at
audience poll.
how quickly it is instantaneously getting responded, and does not matter where your students are.
Yeah.
So Kiran sir, this is very similar to the poll in Zoom.
Yeah, that's true. Good part is this is free of cost. There's no time limit, unlike in Zoom.
Yeah, true. Thank you.
Now, if you want to change your response, you can just go click on clear last response, and you can change. So Sharda madam, it's easy, right? All you have to do is just send the link which I just typed in the chat window.
Okay, sir.
All these survey links, in principle, they all work like this, right? I mean, like there are many versions of this, and they all work on the similar this thing. We have the other,
True. Yeah, concept is similar.
Yeah.
They are all commercial, and if you want more features, for example, you can have a dashboard of response. Imagine if you do it periodically. If you launch it for your entire school. Then if you want to know how many subjects, how many students, all the slice and dice you can do.
Okay.
Who is lagging, who is leading, who wants in what.
Yeah.
It gets very powerful. Right. We use it in our our technology learning for all our 260,000 of our employees.
Okay.
We have built it ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's very, very powerful.
Menti.com also works similarly.
Yeah. All are similar. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. All are competitive products.
Yeah. I was wondering, Kiran, as you were talking now, I was just wondering, because we have so many of us with so many interests, is it possible to have a dashboard for us so that we can post anything that we want? It will be there during the week or whenever we want, post something so it's accessible to everybody, not like WhatsApp. I mean, a dedicated dashboard for us, I mean, a discussion thread or something like that we can pick up each time and everybody can contribute to it. What do you think?
Yeah. Because even Microsoft Teams allows that. We use Microsoft Teams within our organization.
So it's a throughout thing. I mean, not just when we meet like this.
Yeah, it will be there. You can create a separate thread for each topic.
Yes, exactly.
Then that will be there since it is on cloud. It will be there forever.
Forever, yeah. I think that would be really ideal for a group like ours, because everybody can't have their voice in maybe within this 1.5 to 2 hours that we have here. So they can continue offline also. That would be
anyway, and because here the mixture is not homogeneous, right? We have again we have all sorts of challenges. We'll keep it simple for now, because as of now I'm recording and I will share the recording. It will be on YouTube, right? They can revise it, they can reuse it, they can revisit it. Any question they can send me WhatsApp. Okay. Let's keep it simple. But if I introduce one more Microsoft Teams or Slack, then it will complicate.
Right. No, I was just wondering about the possibility of contributing at any time from any one of the members. That's the only thing. So with WhatsApp and this, if we can manage, that's fine.
As of now, at least I don't see any challenge with this recording and hosting it on YouTube. Yeah. So it's available as a playlist. Yeah. So anybody can go back and check. Yeah. To revisit. And key thing is people should ask questions. If they keep quiet, they will not learn. And they have to go and experiment what I showed today.
Exactly.
Right? For example, this poll everywhere is such a powerful feature. If all of you don't go back and try, then it's of no use, right? It's like seeing a good movie and forgetting and moving on in life. Yeah, Neeraj, any questions?
Others can also pitch in whatever you want. I mean, any kind of contacts that you want, or anything that you want to contribute, all of that can come in now, everyone.
Yeah, Kiran sir, could I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, sir, in Windows, we have a 32-bit and 64-bit operating system. It is possible in Raspberry also or not?
As of now, it is 32. Very soon, I think Raspberry Pi 4 supports 64. But why do you worry about that? It's all architecture, and that's how it manages inside. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's all it's an implementation detail, because we are all application users, right? For us,
Yeah.
Scratch should work. Sonic Pi should work. How do we care whether it's 64 or 128?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, don't worry. It won't impact you.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
I don't know my question is right or wrong, but I just want to know, is Raspberry Pi included network already? Internet means.
It comes with Wi-Fi antenna. You can create, if you want it as a Wi-Fi hotspot, there is, you can configure. You don't need a Wi-Fi. You don't need a network.
Okay.
So I have one question now.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Sir, I have a very simple doubt.
1 second, madam. Ganesh is asking something. Yeah, Ganesh, go ahead.
Oh, how to connect the Raspberry Pi's Wi-Fi that you said now? How to connect that to this antenna?
Tomorrow I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharda madam,
Because
you are asking. Yeah, tomorrow I'll show you, Ganesh.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharda madam, you are asking something.
No, Savita ma'am wants to ask.
Yeah, Savita madam. Dr. Savita, please go ahead.
Sir,
Your voice is
sir,
breaking, madam.
it's like you told Raspberry Pi is a hardware which can be connected to the laptop, because before I logged in, I missed some sessions. So just want to know what is actually, it's hardware is connected to laptop, right?
No, if you want, you can connect.
Raspberry Pi is a hardware that can be connected to laptop, right, sir?
Yeah, this is Raspberry Pi, which I am holding in my hand, no? If you are seeing my video. Are you able to see my video? I am holding Raspberry Pi in my hand. Let me just share on the screen the picture of a Raspberry Pi so that you will know what exactly it is. Hold on. I will bring in a Raspberry Pi image.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a second.
I can see, sir. Okay.
Let me share the screen. Hold on. Yeah, all of these which you are seeing on the screen are Raspberry Pi. It is a CPU. It can work like how you have a laptop. You don't need a laptop if you are having a Raspberry Pi. And good part is it costs as low as 3,000 rupees. It starts with 3,000 rupees. So the Raspberry Pi 3, Raspberry Pi 4, it has multiple models with a higher RAM. By Raspberry Pi 3 by default has 1 GB RAM. Raspberry Pi 4 can go up to 8 GB. 8 GB one costs about 7,500 for the full kit, including power supply and cables. Yeah, Savita madam, do you have any further question on Raspberry Pi?
No, sir, how to see whatever is happening? Like, it should be connected to computer. That's the reason, because it's showing like a hard disk.
Now let me share my screen again. Just give me a second. Yeah, this is Raspberry Pi screen, but you don't need a laptop. Now, just since I wanted to demonstrate, I'm showing. Otherwise, you can use your TV at home. You can use any monitor you have. You can directly connect monitor to Raspberry Pi.
Because actually I have a problem with my laptop, so planning to change my laptop. So if this is such a work thing, so I wanted to invest instead of buying a laptop. So that's the reason, sir.
Again, yeah, you can call me tomorrow. I will first. I want to understand for what all purpose you want to use.
Okay,
this is mostly for education. This will be useful. All the students can use it instead of laptop.
Okay, sir.
But if you want to do some reporting to the school and your administration, you want to do a lot of data intensive things, then this might not help.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, anybody else has any question? Sangram, you have been silent. You have any question? आप हिंदी में भी बात कर सकते हैं.
हाँ.
हेलो सर.
हाँ बोलिए.
सर भी बात हो रही थी जैसे आपने बताया था इस पे विजुअल बेसिक और नोटपैड प्लस प्लस वगैरह भी रन कर सकता है. तो माय क्वेश्चन इज कि इस पे सबलाइम भी रन कर सकता है क्या? सबलाइम टेक्स्ट.
I don't know Sublime क्या होता है. अगर if you can send me a link or some detail, I will check and let you know.
So same as Notepad plus plus editor, text editor.
Sublime Text is a editor.
Okay.
Kiran sir,
Yeah.
it is a editor.
Yeah. Let me just check.
sir,
Let me just
HTML
Google.
codes.
सर उसमें predefined variables and data type are stored.
Looks like it works. I see installing Sublime Text on Raspberry Pi. There's a link. Yeah, it works.
Yes, thank you.
I'm curious to know. Looks like you are teaching serious coding to your students. What coding you are doing?
Sir, Python and Java.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
very
sir,
very
Python
interesting. Then why not you get all your students for tomorrow's session, 11 o'clock? We exactly do the same. We teach Python in tomorrow's 11 o'clock. Can you bring them also, your students? I will send the link. We can accommodate up to 250 participants.
Sangram, please try.
Okay, sir.
So that
okay, sir. Okay.
Here, a good point is, since I have industry background, I can show a bigger picture. It's not about creating hello world, no. I can show what you can do with Python, how you can control devices, how you can do computer vision. If not, I get into coding right away. I will at least excite them with possibilities.
Yes.
And also, no point running learning Java separately, Python separately, because Java, whatever you can do in Java, you can do Python also.
Yes,
so instead of learning two things, let them learn one thing in depth.
Yes, sir.
And they should also know what Python can do and cannot do. Okay, those things, we can slowly introduce without confusing them. And look at how inspiring it will be if they also start composing music in Python.
Yes.
Okay, so like that, there are a lot of possibilities exist. And yeah, we can make the learning fun. That's my point.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I understand.
Yeah, if we can spend another 3 minutes, we have been here for the last 90 minutes.
Sir, do we get any laptop with Linux, this platform, sir, OS?
No, you can install Linux on your laptop, whatever laptop you have currently.
Okay, okay. But usually in the place where I live, they don't have any idea about that. So that is a problem, sir. Like
No,
it should.
usually the sellers will not have, they are not technical, no. They will not know anything. We can help you if you want.
Okay. Okay, like two platforms at a time we can work, but the system becomes very slow, sir. Before I had, so that is a problem.
Yeah, hardwares will have its limitation because all of them also needs resources. So it depends on what processor you are using, what RAM you are using, how much memory it has. So a lot of things. So there are a lot of reasons why it becomes slow. Okay, if you don't have any question, we can close the session here. Feel free to WhatsApp us and keep asking any question. That is the key. Otherwise, if you stop asking questions, then you'll stop learning.
I know. No, well, Kiran, the best thing is to have 1 or 2 kids on our session always, because they fill the gap like nobody else.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
So this has been really wonderful. Thanks everybody for coming, and we hope to continue and then grow more. Okay.
And let me also tell you, the trigger for this session is Tara.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, even though we were doing in different different flavor, we were not doing in this format. Okay, then we used to go to schools. We used to go to the schools. Even Tara and Prema, we used to go together to the government schools, and we used to teach directly in the schools. So after this lockdown, what happened was we stopped that. Then we were wondering what happened to the teachers. Are they really getting engaged, and they are doing online? To our utter surprise, none of them were engaging the students, and everybody had their own sorry story to say. Then Tara, from her network, she brought about 20 teachers to the first session. Okay, then we started discussing, going ahead, basically asking Q&A, and what is the problem, what is the network, what is the smartphone, etc. Then, can you believe, third week from that, we had 200 teachers in our session, just by word of mouth. Okay. So yeah, a lot of interesting things we have done. We have come up with a very simple questionnaire, which Tara designed, which we send it as a Google Forms, which they will fill up and send it to us, what challenges they are facing. That's our starting point. Otherwise, we could have gone all over the place. Then the focus would not have been there. And now we are sticking to this 90-minute schedule every Saturday, 7:30. Again, this was brainstorm in the first meeting. And this seems to be working almost now 3 months now.
Yeah.
Every Saturday and Sunday we are meeting without any fail. And look at this, if they see value, they don't need any follow-ups. No festivals will come in the way. Quite a few festivals fell on Saturday and Sunday. We never stopped this session for any of those excuses.
That means it's taken roots.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, and hope to see you in the next week's session. And those of
Thank you so much.
No, Gita, I don't know much. I mean, I think I missed seeing you because I was not there for a few sessions in between. I just wanted to know briefly what you're doing.
So I'm the founder of Asia Initiatives, and we are working closely with SES in Lucknow with 1,500 girls. We are working in Odisha with Bhima Rao, and also in Yavatmal. So we have actually 14 projects across India, and they are all focused on skill upgradation, on better farming techniques, or whatever is needed in the project. And we do it through our community currency for social good. So people earn the currency, which we call SOCs, social capital credits. They help their community by planting trees, waste management, many other things, or tutoring younger children. And then they earn SOCs and they can redeem them for things they need. So it's like a barter system. So that's our community currency for social good. Like in Lucknow, all the girls are teaching at least 2 younger children, 3 years or more younger than them, 3 times a week to help them stay and succeed in school. And they earn SOCs, which they spend on digital learning, spoken English, and other life skills. So
great.
yeah, that's what we do.
Very nice, very nice. So how do you keep in touch with them, like all of them? Like
WhatsApp is huge.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
regular.
Yeah, right.
And
Most
then
practical.
regular calls and WhatsApp.
Okay. Great work.
Yeah, we are doing 25 Zoom classes every week for our students, which volunteers in New York and New Jersey teach for spoken English.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's great. So it'll be interesting to connect, because my sister also does the scratch animation and other thing that Kiran was talking about. And then phonetics. I mean, that's the basic thing for the students and also for the teachers. So, and yeah, maybe I'd just come in one of these days for your session and see what's happening. Yeah, what your volunteers are doing.
Yeah, we'll let you know. And I have to thank really Purna to bring us into this and introduce us to Kiran sir and you. So we are very grateful.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a
Rachana,
nice
do
day.
you have anything to say, Rachana?
No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to have joined this session. I mean, in a span of 1.5 hours, I learned what's fast.com. I got to know about Pole EV, but that's on the lighter side. And it's just that I'm in the same field of in the process of building an ecosystem for women entrepreneurs in India. But it's always good to know what else the other people are doing, because you may just working in sales can just get to you, and just getting to know the other work. And actually, our organization is based on the fact that towards women entrepreneurship, there's a lot of thought leadership around the globe. But we have taken the approach of doing things on the ground, obviously in partnership with people. But being in this session today and just getting to see faces and looking at people actually, implementing the digital literacy on the ground, and the teachers taking enthusiastic efforts to learn how best and effectively it can be done, is just so heartening. Which means that I think there's COVID on one hand, bushfires in Australia on the other, and also it's just Utkarma, which is why we're able to survive and move ahead today. So I'm just very happy to be a part of this session. Just very glad.
Can you also get in touch with us, because we have some grants we give to women entrepreneurs.
Oh.
So I'm writing my email in the chat.
Sure.
Great.
I would love to connect with Tara as also with you.
Right.
Absolutely. Would love to connect back and let you know more about what the journey that we've embarked on. Thank you so much for offering.
Yeah. Purna also. Purna didn't say a word. We want Purna to pitch in. Purna, are you there?
Actually, Purna just stepped out for a call. I'm her husband, Mukesh, speaking.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. That's fine. That's perfectly all right. We can catch up with her in the next
friend
session.
for the last 30 years.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
Mukesh.
Tell her we'll catch up with her. Yeah, hi. Tell her we'll catch up with her in the next session. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. No, that's perfectly all right.
Thanks.
And thank you
You're a
to
good
the
substitute for her. Yeah.
And thank you to all the students and teachers for
Yeah.
doing what you're doing. Please keep it up.
Yeah,
This
Rachana, you should join tomorrow, 11 o'clock. See the bubbling energy starting from
Oh, yeah.
third standard. Okay, third standard kid in Mysore, how he's learning on his own.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank you
It's
so
amazing.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please just don't let anything or anyone dampen your spirit. Just keep going. Thank you so much for doing whatever you all are doing. Thank you so much. And hopefully someday we get to meet each of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, and good night, and have a
Good
nice day.
night. Good
Yeah,
night,
good night.
everybody.
Good night.
Good
Yeah,
night.
bye.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.